Dimensions that I wanted to look at innovation through is outside of the box. If we still have this perimeter over two dimensions, how do we go to the third dimension? This third dimension lies, from my perspective, to a large extent in enhanced international collaboration. This collaboration can be global. An initiative, for example, such as Adaptation without borders.
Finance, so not just public, but also private, for all things, so not just niche ESG or environmental social governance matters, but all finance for all things flows in the same direction, consistent direction, toward a low-carbon, climate-resilient world. And the second implication of that is that we no longer have an artificial distinction between green and everything else. We just simply have finance.
Could you explain that what is Action Climate Empowerment and why is it relevant to our discussion?
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, so just as Gigi just mentioned, we cannot talk about climate governance without talking about democracy and access rights. So it's important to bring to the conversation Action for Climate Empowerment because it's an instrument that includes and engages civil society in climate action. No? It was first introduced in the United Nations Framework Convention of Climate Change under Article 4, and it's also included in Article 12 of the Paris Agreement. Its 6 pillars, which are education, training, public awareness, access to participation, access to information, and international cooperation, are very relevant for today's discussion because these recognize that climate action needs to be democratic. And in this sense, of course, education and public awareness, meaningful participation, and quality information are crucial for empowered civil societies that engage in holding governments accountable and demand transparency and coherence between the development and implementation of policies, projects that are in line with 1.5 degrees and the climate crisis. So ACE departs from the fact that the inclusion of indigenous peoples, local communities,